Hi everyone, welcome back to our show coverage of DEMA Show 2025 here in Orlando, Florida, USA. And we're here on the Keldan stand with Daniel Keller. How are you, Daniel?
Good, nice to meet you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again this year. So you have your beautiful Swiss-made lights here again this year,
right.
And these would have to be the most beautiful lights in the industry, no doubt. So you're going to show us some of your existing products and also some of your new products this year. I know you've had one special product in development for quite some time.
Yes,
We'll talk about that a little bit later. But what have you got here in front of you now?
Okay, we have here our most selling product, which is out for some time, but we did some improvements recently. This is the 8. These are both the 8XR models. This one has our barn doors, which we supply. It fits on the head.
Okay.
And it's very nice tool for macro. You
really focus the light in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer the barn doors over the snoots because this gives you a bit more flexibility, especially for shooting video.
Okay.
You can control all sides and
yeah, so you can really put together some really creative lighting techniques.
Yes.
How many thousand lumens are these lights here?
These are two different models. This one is the so-called ambient light, which has an LED, which is exactly making the same light spectrum as at the depth in water at about 6 meters. This is to avoid that you have to put ambient filters on it.
Yeah, so you don't need an ambient filter on this at all.
Exactly.
So it will convert the white light into ambient light, so you get that very even, beautiful image.
The LED of this light is already doing the right spectrum, so you don't need a filter. It's filterless. The LED itself does not really have a filter, but it's designed to make exactly this spectrum.
Depending on the depth that
that means you don't have a loss with a filter. It's 18,000 lumen output. If you would have a filter, it's roughly half the output.
Okay,
so
sure.
You have a very high lumen output with an ambient because you don't have the filter.
Yeah, fantastic.
And this is the white light version. White light is still popular too, especially for macro and for other reasons. For those, we still do have the ambient filters. You see that we have different type of filters for blue,
greenish
water, and different depths. So
the blue and the more magenta filters as well.
Yes. This is a more greenish one. So you can use those for these white lights, but they take away some light. If you don't want that, then you can use the ambient light. All these lights are remote controllable. We have now all Keldan lights which are remote controllable. And these are our two models. We have a RC1. This is the earlier model, which has a very high output and a long range, up to 50 meters.
Okay, great. So you can position these lights, say, in a rack or do all sorts of things
that was the original idea of the remote control. We wanted to have it wireless and over a long range.
Yes.
And I always had in mind cave photography or rack photography. And we use ultrasonic sound. The advantage is you don't need a direct line of sight.
Okay.
You can even put it in a rack inside. You don't need to see the light.
Okay, that's amazing.
It works very well, even through steel or so. Don't worry, you can put it anywhere.
So if you're in a cenote somewhere as well, you can place those lights at all different parts of the cabin, out of direct line of sight with your
You can put it behind, around the corner. It doesn't matter. The sound propagates extremely well in water.
Fantastic.
And has a very long range.
Excellent. That's really good.
And for other application, if you don't need a long range, we have now the RC2. This is a very tiny, small version. The output is much smaller. It is actually designed for the case if you have the lights on the camera.
Okay.
So, but we did some testing, and actually the range goes up to 10-20 meters.
Okay, so it's still you still have a lot of flexibility with this one as well.
But if you want really be on the safe side for a long range, then you should choose the RC1.
Okay. Okay, so Daniel, you're now going to show us some of the new modules for the remote control and some of your existing lights. So show us.
Yes. We thought it should be possible to even remote control our LED modules, which we have out for some years for the 8M model, which is our modular system. And you see that there is no electrical connection, you don't see anything, but the remote control is ultrasonic sound, so it goes through the aluminum housing and it will reach the receiver inside the module. So you don't see anything from outside, but it's remote controllable.
Yeah.
And you can exchange.
So the receiver is right inside the module here.
Yes, exactly. So you can exchange the LED modules. We can build them all with built-in receiver for the remote control, and it even works.
Okay, great.
So I can show it to you. I don't want to blind the camera.
Let's not blind the guys over there.
That's remote controllable.
Oh, very good. You can just maybe show it to the camera a little bit.
Yeah.
Very good.
We also have been asked by some photographers if we can do a heat sink for surface operation to have more power. And so we have designed this heat sink which you can pull over the head, and this gives you something like 30 to 50% higher output if you want to use it at the surface.
Okay, so it obviously cools the light down.
On the surface you don't have the water, and then
you get the hot
cooling
sun.
is much less.
Yeah.
So with this heat sink you still can get much more power than without.
Yeah, fantastic. It's really great. And you've got something new
Yes,
as well,
yes,
don't you?
We are constantly working on new items. You may remember this variable light which
I
we
do
have.
remember, yes.
We are actually showing this since 2022.
Oh, so it's taken
I was
a while in
probably a bit
development.
too optimistic with our R&D delay time, so it took us a bit longer to finish, but I can show the purpose of this light. It's a variable ambient light, so you don't need any filters. You can change from white to ambient blue with this light.
Okay, so just basically depending on your depth, you just change the ambient light as you do your dive.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
So,
oh wow!
You see, you can change the color with this button. It's is from white with this position.
Okay, so you can also have the white light with this
Yes,
as well.
we include the white. So you have white, which you can use in very shallow water, and then you can vary the output, the color.
As you go deeper.
It will depend on the depth.
Yeah, of course. It's very
this
clever.
was the demonstrator which we have for since 2022. We showed it at every show. We hope that we will be ready earlier, but we are now close.
Getting close.
Yes.
Yeah, this is good.
So
wow.
this is what we plan to release next year.
Okay.
It's still a way to go, but you can see here we have the two LEDs. One LED is for the ambient light, for generating the ambient light, and the other one is for white.
Okay.
And it's the same concept as with this demonstrator. We are mixing the two LEDs together. And we have the remote control. And the remote control will have different options. We can either adjust the content or the color manually with the controlling its equivalent to the depth.
The depth, yeah.
Or we can go to the automatic mode, which is controlled with a pressure sensor.
Okay, so as the pressure changes,
if the pressure changes, then the light will change its color. it's not. Maybe in some cases you do better with a manual control. It's the same as the manual white balance or automatic white balance.
Yeah. But it's maybe a good starting base for people, and then you can fine tune.
Yes, exactly. And it's working, but not yet with the automatic or mixing mode.
Okay.
So I can.
So this light will probably be around the 30,000 lumen mark,
Yes, exactly. It will have something like 30,000 lumen. It is less because we have the ambient filter. The ambient light generation is less efficient than the white light, so it will always be a bit less than the white light. And something which I also would like to mention is that we even have a special color filter in front of the ambient light LED to improve the color rendering and to generate ambient light which is like 12 meters or so, which is more than the ambient light which we currently have. This makes a light like a 6 meter depth equivalent, and it's not that easy. It's a trade-off between the color rendering and all this, and we found a solution with an additional color filter in front of the ambient LED to generate a light which is equivalent to a deeper depth with a good color rendering.
Yeah, nice.
So this is all
really exciting. Closer to development, so we're looking at another, as long as it takes, I suppose, to get it perfect. So hopefully maybe next year.
I hope that next year we will have the final product,
yes. Great. Well, thanks so much, Daniel. Really, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much.